What up, peeps? Welcome back to another pickup video. I have some really awesome stuff to show you guys today, and a couple items that are from like categories that I don't normally add to my collection in these pickup videos, so I'm very excited to get started. So as always, grab a drink, grab a snack. This is probably going to be quite a long video. And this is, for those that are new, this is just everything that I've added to my collection since the last video that I filmed showing my pickups. So I always try to start with the stuff that's not actual video games or consoles. So we're going to start with like toys, plushies, promotional items, stuff like that. And so I'm going to go with plushies first. I have some really cool ones here. First one is this vintage Mario. He has no neck. I don't know what is up with this plush. It's a beanbag one. This is from the N64 era, but the tag is cut off, so I don't know exactly like when it's from, but most of the plushies are from the N64 era. They had like a little brand called like Nintendo Collectibles. I have most of the plushies from this line with their original tags. This is just one that we got in recently at the store in a collection, and I did not have this one. Same with these two. We have Mario and Yoshi, and you might be looking at this being like, if you have all the plushies, how come you don't have the flying cap Mario? I do have a flying cap Mario. This one is different. It doesn't work anymore, but you can probably hear. He's got like a push button in there. He's supposed to talk. Yoshi also has one, and he still works. Listen. Hopefully you guys can hear that on camera. So he still works. The Mario does not, but these are the like push to talk ones, which are different from the standard ones because I do have both of these, the non-talking versions. Just gonna throw those on the couch here. And then my favorite plushie is the giant Bowser. So I have the smaller size Bowser, which is kind of the same size as the Yoshi and Mario, but this is the large Bowser here. He does have a little bit of a stain on his foot, not a huge deal. None of these have their original tags, which is a little unfortunate because I love getting them like that. So if I ever find any in the future that have the tags, I will probably swap them out and kind of do a condition upgrade, but this is very, very cool. This is one of the only like oversized plushies that they made in that line, and I have never seen this one, so I'm very happy to add that to the collection. Moving on with other kind of toys and promotional items, I got the pre-order bonus for the original Splatoon for the Wii U. This is just a little water pistol, and we bought a collection at the store recently, and well, a few collections, but there was some kind of random stuff included like this, and I was like, man, I have the full Wii U library already, and there really aren't that many like pre-order bonuses and special stuff like that. I have a few, but this is one that I was missing, so I had to add that to the collection. I also picked up the other Mario 35th Anniversary pin set. They did two different ones. I think this is the second set. I have the first one already over there, so that is super cool. Obviously, love Mario games. I have a couple Japanese exclusive Club Nintendo items here that came with those plushies in a little bundle we bought from someone that mailed it in. And these are Animal Crossing Club Nintendo cards. There's a blue pack and a pink pack here. And these are just like miniature playing cards. Gonna open it up so you guys can see. So it's just a little deck of cards, but they are Animal Crossing and Club Nintendo. Pretty cool. They're not worth a ton, and I was just going to put them out at the store and sell them, but I was like, man, kind of a hard item to display, because without opening the box, customers are going to have no idea what these are unless they're specifically looking for them, and the chances of that, I think, are pretty slim, so I just decided to hold on to them. And then a few more things here. I don't think that I showed this, but the Mario Wonder sticker sheet, which was a pre-order thing. I don't think I showed that already. That might have been shown in the last video. And then I have some toys here, which are super cool. I have a couple mini lunch boxes that also came in the bundle with the plushies. And there is a Diddy Kong Racing one, and also just this Nintendo 64 one that's got, I guess it's just got Diddy Kong Racing and Mario Kart stuff on there. But that's all these are. They're just mini lunch boxes. There's nothing inside. They don't even really have a lot of branding on them, like there's no copyright date or anything like that, so who knows how original and official these are, but they're super, super cool. They're definitely old, you can tell, and I love them. And then lastly, from that same plush collection, I got a few figures or toys. Now, the first one here is a vehicle that includes a Diddy Kong figure that was in the collection, but I already have the Diddy Kong figure itself, so I just needed this. And this is his plane from the Diddy Kong Racing toy line from, what does it say, 1999? So I already have the Diddy Kong that goes in here. That is super, super cool. I'm a big fan of the Donkey Kong games, and I have a glass case over here. If you watched my room tour, you will have seen it, but it's got 4 different shelves, and each one is dedicated to a different franchise that I really, really enjoy. The very top one is Donkey Kong, then it's Banjo, Pokemon, and Mario, but the top one being Donkey Kong, I love, and I have so many Donkey Kong figures and stuff in there. That plane will not fit, unfortunately, so he's gonna have to find another place in the game room. Same with this guy. This is a, I think his name's Kiddy Kong? Kiddy Kong or Baby Kong? I think it's Kiddy Kong. But he is from Donkey Kong Country 3, and this is from 1999 as well. He's got a little button on the back. Push him. His tongue, for some reason, moves, and then he moves his hands. But that is really, really cool. I've never seen a figure for this character, although I don't go hunting for, you know, toys very often. But super, super cool. That one can probably fit in my little display. The plane, definitely not. And this one will actually go, this last toy, will actually go one shelf down in the Banjo-Kazooie section, and that is this. So I actually already had this figure as well in my little Banjo display, and in the collection that we got, this vehicle was included, which is from Diddy Kong Racing. If you guys didn't know, Banjo is in Diddy Kong Racing on the N64. So when they did the line of figures or toys for that game, this is one of them that they did. And I had the figure, which I just bought off eBay a while ago when I was putting together that display. Wanted a couple more toys, but I didn't get the car with him. So to have that included in that collection was awesome, especially because the Banjo figure was not in there. It was just the car, which is all that I needed. So that is super, super cool. I'm going to try to find room for this in my Banjo display. Probably have to move out the soundtrack CD that I have in there sitting flat, but that is awesome. I love it. Love Banjo-Kazooie. Diddy Kong Racing's good too, but it's not as good as Mario Kart. All right, moving on. I just have a couple more things that are not actual games, and then we'll get into it. First up is the Video Game Years Volume 1 DVD. And I've watched all the Video Game Years stuff on Pat the NES Punk's YouTube channel. Very, very good series. This one was actually just traded into the store, and I was like, hey, I want that one. So, grabbed it. And then this one I bought from one of our distributors, but I only bought one for myself. If anyone watching shops at our store, if you're local or you shop at our online store, and you're interested in getting one of these, let me know and I can look into getting more. I only grabbed one for myself because it wasn't super cheap, but that is the Pokemon Legends Arceus CD soundtrack. It's a Japanese import. They call it the Nintendo Switch Pokemon Legends Arceus Super Music Collection. So if you want to look it up and see some info on it, there you go. But it is Japanese import, and obviously coming from distribution, they do come brand new. But like I said, it wasn't super cheap. I don't remember the exact cost, but the cheapest one on eBay, because I just put this in my spreadsheet before filming this video, was almost $50. So, or maybe it was almost $60, I can't remember. But if you guys are interested and you want to pick up one of those from my store, just let me know in the comments and I'll see about getting some more. So, those are all of the promotional items, toys, plushies, all that. I do have 3 consoles to show you before we jump into the games. First one is a Cosmo Black 3DS, and we already have a Cosmo Black 3DS in the collection. Funny enough, it's signed by Will Wheaton. I do not know why. I did not get it signed. That's just how I got it. But mine comes in a box that is about this big. This is the small box version. We only had the big box version, and I love collecting box variants and stuff like that, so we are going to keep both. The other two, this other one is another box variant, which is kind of funny. You can kind of see right up there, those are all of my boxed Nintendo NES consoles, and I believe I added a new console in the last collection. It's been a long time, but this is another box variant that happened to come into the store. And there's no console in here, this is just the box, but it's this one. So this is a control deck with 2 controllers, no game, and the red strip across the top. This is different from the other ones. I don't think you can see on camera, but that one, if you can see, is a control deck, but it doesn't have the controllers on the side there. And then the other one, I guess with the Mario 3, is the challenge set. So either way, I already compared it to my other ones. I brought it home to compare because it was in such nice condition. And when I did, I realized this is a completely different box from all the other ones I have. So gotta add that to the collection. And it's not going to be easy finding room up there for it. The last one, though, very, very cool. I'm super happy to get this one. This is a boxed Nintendo 64, as you can see. And this is a bundle that I do not have. I have the standard console. I have the Pikachu one. I have 4 different Japanese bundles. And I have every Fantastic N64 plus the Donkey Kong set. So I have a bunch of different bundles in the collection already. This is one that I was missing, and this is a Toys R Us exclusive. This is a normal black console, but it comes bundled with the Extreme Green controller. So this is just a sticker that goes on the box. I guess Toys R Us probably had them at the warehouse, and they just slapped them over and then swapped out the controller on the inside. But this is a very, very cool bundle. That controller was always a Toys R Us exclusive color. It's called Extreme Green. So very cool to have this bundle. This is almost the bundle I had when I was a kid. Mine was also a Toys R Us exclusive, but instead of the Extreme Green controller, it had a gold controller. So I'm always on the lookout for that one and other ones I don't have, but that is super cool. Love it. N64, as you guys know, is my favorite console. So moving on. I guess I do have one more plush, but I kind of left it in the game category, but that is the Super Meat Boy Forever Plush Plus for the Nintendo Switch. So this does not have a game inside. When you bought this from Best Buy or Target or wherever, you would get a digital code for the game to download on your receipt. This was traded into the store, so this technically is just the plush, but I'm adding that to my Nintendo Switch collection. So there it is. All right. So now we just pretty much have games, maybe an empty box or a manual here or there, but I'm actually going to start with the Wii U. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I have a complete North American Wii U library, but I was collecting for the Wii U when they were still releasing games for it. So I ended up with a bunch of Wii U games in my collection that are factory sealed, and as you guys maybe know, I like to swap those out with complete copies when I can. We purchased an almost complete Wii U collection at our store recently, and he had a bunch of complete games and a bunch of sealed games, kind of mixed, kind of how my collection is. And so I was able to take a lot of my factory sealed games to the store and swap them out for complete copies. So these are not necessarily new additions to the collection. These are just condition changes, I guess you could say. But just keep in mind that all these games I'm about to show you, I already had sealed. Now I have opened copies that we can play. So in no particular order, we have FIFA Soccer 13, Adventure Time Explore the Dungeon, because I don't know, Wii Party U, Tumblestone, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Just Dance 2016 Gold Edition, Pokken Tournament with the Amiibo card, regular Pokken Tournament without the Amiibo card, Wheel of Fortune, Shantae Half Genie Hero, the like standard case version, Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013, NBA 2K13, Rise of the Guardians, and Pikmin 3 Nintendo Selects version. So very happy to swap all those out. I do still have lots of sealed games in my collection, not just Wii U, but for every console. And as I find complete copies, or we get them traded in at our store, I am trying to swap them out as much as I can. I can't remember everything I'm looking for, but I do my best. So moving on from the Wii U, I do have one Wii game, which is pretty related to the Wii U, and that is Rodea the Sky Soldier. So for those that don't know anything about this game, this was a Wii U game that was released that included the Wii version inside. So this game was never released just for the Wii. You could only get it if you bought the Wii U version, and it came in, well, there's a collector's edition that I have as well, but it includes 2 discs, one for the Wii U, one for the Wii, and then also has a manual for each game, and then the cover art is reversible. So this was part of the collection that we got at the store with all the Wii U games, but it had everything except for the actual disc for the Wii U version of the game. So I was like, how am I going to enter this into our inventory, because the Wii version never came out by itself. I can't use, there's no UPC I can use. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep this for my collection. I already have the Wii U version, which means I already have the Wii game. But with the reversible cover, I can make the case the Wii version. I have the Wii version manual and the Wii disc. So I'm going to put this on my Wii shelf, even though I have the disc on the Wii U shelf. This is kind of cool to have a little extra, you know, I don't even know what you would call it. It's not like an unreleased game or anything like that, but it never was released by itself for the Wii, so I think having it like this is kind of cool, and it'll look good on the Wii shelf. So that is the only Wii game I had. So moving on, I only have one PS2 game as well, and that is MotorStorm Arctic Edge. Nothing too special, just a little bit of an uncommon game that I did not have. From there, let's just go straight to PS1. I only have 4 games here, but I think that they're all pretty good titles to add to the collection. I am currently focusing on trying to complete the Super Nintendo collection. I'm like 98 games away, or 99 games away from the full set for North America. And I was thinking that after I finish Super Nintendo, I might want to focus on PS1, because I think we have over half the library already, but we also have almost all of the rare games, almost all of the RPGs, stuff like that. So these games here are the type that I'm still on the lookout for. These are ones that are not $1 or $2 games. They're not crazy expensive, but they're still kind of uncommon. So that's why I grabbed these 4. The first one is NASCAR Rumble. This is like a $15, $20 game. Also, ECW Anarchy Rules. Pretty uncommon wrestling game for PS1. And then we have Bloody Roar 2. Awesome. And then we also have Jumping Flash 2. So, like I said, not the crazy, like, rarest games on the console, but definitely some uncommon stuff that we don't see every day. And those are the kind of games that I'm trying to add to the PS1 collection now. And then once we finish Super Nintendo, and if we do decide to focus on PS1, we'll have most of the hard stuff out of the way at that point, hopefully. So, that's it for all the PlayStation stuff. Next, let's go with Nintendo Switch. I recently uploaded a video about my Nintendo Switch collection. For some reason, that video has over 100,000 views, which is crazy awesome, considering most of the videos on this channel get about 6,000 views. So I appreciate everyone that has chosen to watch that video. And I have a bunch of new Switch games here that I've added to the collection since then. So we're going to start off with the Collector's Edition stuff and the big box stuff first. We have Bakugan Champions of Vestoria. And this is the Collector's Edition here. This is just another condition replacement. This is an opened copy, and I only had a factory sealed copy, so I'm swapping those out. We also have Super Bullet Break Day 1 Edition. We have Treasures of the Aegean Collector's Edition. I don't know how to pronounce it. Never heard of that game before. We have Blossom Tales 2, The Minotaur Prince. This one came in from Limited Run pretty recently. We have the Castlevania Advance Collection. This is super, super cool. It looks like a gigantic Game Boy Advance box. And for some reason, it includes Castlevania Dracula X, which is not an Advance game. It is a Super Nintendo game, but for some reason they put it on here. And then the last big box one is A Space for the Unbound Collector's Edition. We have these available at our store. And so of course, I just ordered one extra for me. The rest of those were traded into the store. And then I have a big stack of normal case version games here. A couple on the top here just came out like yesterday. We have Turtles Arcade Wrath of the Mutants. We have Lunar Lander Beyond. Class of Heroes 1 and 2 Complete Edition. Demon Slayer Sweep the Board, which is like a Mario Party game, but Demon Slayer. Seems pretty awesome. I don't know how to pronounce this one. Revita, something like that. Whisker Waters, which is a game where you play as a cat, and it is a fishing game. Seems interesting. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger HD. This one, I was putting games away at the store, and I was looking at this one being like, I'm pretty sure I have this game, but I double-checked, and I actually only had a double pack, which had the first and second game. I didn't know that this one came out by itself, so I had to grab that one. We also have Vitamin Connection. This one we have in the collection already, but we only had the big box collector's edition, so gotta get the standard one, of course. And then my favorite games right here, Zumba, Burn It Up, and the best one of the entire video, Crybabies Magic Tears, the big game. Awesome. Then we have Contraptions Collection, which came out pretty recently. This one reminds me of The Incredible Machine, which is an old computer game that all of our local elementary schools had on the computers. So Ryan, one of my employees and friends, he played this game a lot at school, as did I. Not this one, but Incredible Machine. So when this one came out, we were like, oh man, it looks awesome. We gotta get it. And then we also have Overdriven Evolution. We have Bayonetta 3. I believe that we already had this one in the collection, but we only had it sealed, so I swapped it out. Same with this one, Live Alive or Live a Live, whatever. Swapping that out. We have Castle Crashers Remastered. This one got reprinted on the Behemoth store recently for $30, which is good because this game was going for like $200 or something crazy. I have this game, but only in the collector's edition, PAX exclusive box, whatever it was. My friend Cody from Pinkarilla picked it up for me when he was at PAX and sent it to me. And I didn't know that there was... I didn't have the game in my collection at all. So when I saw someone on Facebook post that that was restocked on their website, I had to pick it up. Also, we have the normal version of A Space for the Unbound. We have Neptunia Sisters versus Sisters. We have Hotel Transylvania 3, Monsters Overboard. Just Dance 2021. Princess Peach Showtime. Detective Pikachu Returns. This is another one where I was swapping it out for a sealed copy. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed Ecto Edition. This is kind of cool because it's got like a textured artwork on the ghosts there. You can kind of see it. Maybe if I catch it in the light. It's kind of gross looking. Mario and Sonic the Olympic Games. Another one where I was swapping out for a sealed copy. FC 24. My Friend Peppa Pig Complete Edition. Got to get the Complete Edition for this one. And then South Park Snow Day. So those are all of the Nintendo Switch games. My dog Homer is whining, so I'm going to go see what he wants. I'll be right back. All right. We are back. He just wanted to go outside to take a poo. All right. So continuing on. All I have left to show you guys is NES, DS, 3DS, and Game Boy stuff. So let's go with DS, 3DS first. I have one 3DS game, and that is Pokemon Y. But look right here. This is a Caesar cover variant, whatever you want to call it. So it's got a paper inside with a special code to unlock the Pokemon. This version is a little bit harder to find than the standard one. It doesn't really sell for much more, but it is a variant, and I love going after that kind of stuff. And then the 3 original DS games. We have Vampire Legends Power of 3, which is a Twilight knockoff. We also have The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Just a couple games I haven't seen before. And then this one, I believe, was the last Ace Attorney game that we needed for the collection, and that's Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigations. So, let me see what I have here. I guess I've kind of shown you guys the like rarest stuff already. Maybe I should have saved like PS1 for the end. We actually don't have anything super rare in this video, but let's go with Game Boy next. I have one loose cartridge that we already have the box for, and that is Arcade Classics 2, which has Centipede and Millipede. And then we have Games Explosion for the GBA, Cabbage Patch Kids, the Patch Puppy Rescue for GBA, the Bible game for GBA. All 3 of those, I believe, are complete. And then the last one is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for the Game Boy Color. This is one of the thicker box games, as you can see, because this is one of those games that has the Rumble feature. Those are always pretty cool. The only thing that sucks about this particular copy is it's missing the cardboard insert. It does have the manual in here, but the cardboard insert for those Rumble games is specific to these bigger boxes. So replacing that is not going to be easy. Maybe I'll find one eventually. So lastly, we have Nintendo NES. I have one manual that I needed for a box that I already have, and that is Terminator 2. And this manual is in very nice condition. You can see there, no like creases or anything. Super clean. We have an NES cleaning kit, which is just a box variant. I've already got one. It's down, yeah, I've got two of them actually down there. So there's 3 different boxes that I have so far. But the other one I have does not have Mario on the cover at all. So pretty cool. And then 2 games here. We have Mock Rider, which is one of the black box games. The black box games for the NES were the original games that were released. I think there was like, what, like 15, 20, 25 of them total, something like that. This is a subset that a lot of people go after because all the boxes look pretty much the same. You see this with like Duck Hunt, Super Mario, Rad Racer, stuff like that. So super cool. And then the last one is TNC Surf Designs Thrillist Safari. This box is very, very rough, but it is a game that I did not have. Came into the store, had to grab it, add it to the collection. And that is everything for this video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed, and thanks for sticking through. So if you watched all the way through the video, we usually do a keyword at the end of these ones. So if you use this word in your comment, it'll tell me that you watched the entire video. And I always try to pick a word from like a game or something. So let's do cabbage from the Cabbage Patch Kids game. So use the word cabbage in your comment. That'll tell me you watched the entire video. And if you did, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one.